Hello everyone, today we are going to be playing Dungeons & Dragons, the Essentials Kit Adventure, Dragon of Icespire Peak. I have set up for my player characters the Gnomengarde adventure, and this is how I have it laid out. So in the book, here I'll flip to it, it's on page 26 of this adventure here. And what I'm trying to do is film what I have planned out for my players, and then I'll film another video after to show what actually happened. So this is how it's supposed to look, but I don't have that map, so I just took another map that I have and then just arranged the rooms that I wanted to use. So for example, and here I have it written out here how I want it to, all the rooms that I selected. So for example, the Mimic is going to be one of these, and I'll have them like kind of roll and see which one they think it is, like do perception rolls and see if they have any ideas of how to choose the right one. And then if they choose the right one, or if they don't, somehow the actual Mimic is going to come out and start attacking, or they can negotiate with it or whatnot. These giant things here in the back are not monsters. I have those as basically placeholders for the giant crossbows in area G7 of the book. Here's G7 if you want to pause and read that. But that's basically what these are. These are the giant crossbows, and I only have 3, I don't have 4. So here are the 2 kings. I don't have a chair for him to be glued in, and I'm using dwarves instead of gnomes because that's all I have. I have some gnomes, like over here I have some gnomes, but not enough for everyone. So that's the king that's been glued to the chair in the book, and that's the other king that did the gluing and has gone crazy. This is the throne room, and that's the bedroom. So there's gonna be like an imaginary wall here. You know, imaginary for the players. Let's see what else we have here. So these are represent the spinning blades that are in area G10. So here, I'll pause that if you want to read the spinning blades. Here I have, this is going to represent like the mushrooms. So if the players want to go investigate this area, they can take some of the mushrooms, and I'll just have them, one of these effects happen to them if they try to ingest the mushrooms. Same thing for over here. This will be the kitchen, and I have like the gnomes, you know, messing with the mushrooms and making different things. That is the G4 kitchen. So here. So G4 is that area. And then that giant thing is going to represent the barrel crabs, and it'll just be 1 instead of 2 or multiple barrel crabs. And that's for G6, which starts there. You can pause that if you want, and goes up there. And then I just have debris laid around. Oh, and up here, that's going to be these 2 gnomes are going to represent the gnomes Ula and Pog in G9. The Gnomengarde post starts there and goes up there. And here are my player characters. They're on their way. They should be here any second. We have a Dragonborn monk. We have I think it's a human druid or maybe an elf druid. And that's a placeholder there because it's been months since we've played, so I can't remember what character that is, but we'll find out soon enough. There's going to be a book hidden in here if the characters decide to search here. I'm going to describe this as a pile of rubble, but they can search, and if they do, they'll find a magic spell book if they roll right. And they'll just be able to find this book, and even opens. I got this one at Michael's, this little book here. It's blank, but you know. So we have that there. These over here are, what are their names? They're Fibblestib and Dabblewob, and they are the two engineer gnomes in G11, or the inventor gnomes. So here's G11 if you want to pause that. And that's the spell book that I just showed you. I just placed it in my own area. And then we have the Treasury G13. That's going to be the Treasury G13 there. And you know what? Let me put something here. I'll put this rock here, and they'll have to move it to get to the Treasury. Or if they, you know, do what, if they succeed in getting the Mimic and convincing the king, one of the kings, that they did that successfully, then maybe they'll get the treasure in there. So that's the idea right now. I have this set up, and I have 2 other scenarios set up. So I have here the inn, and I'm gonna, this is a warlock tile, so you can like move the whole thing around because they're connected with little clips. So that's the next place I have planned. They might go somewhere else, but if they go there, they're going to find a dwarf. I have this dwarf here. And that's going to be from the quest. Where is it? The Dwarven Excavation quest, so page 22. See, they went here, and according to this one, all they got to do is talk to the 2 dwarves and warn them about, I believe it's the dragon, or maybe it's the orcs. And then they have the option of coming in here and helping the dwarves kill some ochre jellies. But my players decided not to do that. So when they go back to the inn, I'm going to say that one of the 2 dwarves went in there on his own and died, and now the one in the inn is just getting drunk and he's depressed. He's going to blame the heroes for not doing that, and then he's going to vomit the ochre jelly up, and then the players will maybe fight the ochre jelly in the inn. So I have that set up, and then the last one I have set up is, let's see, Butterskull Ranch, 16. So this is where the rancher was attacked by orcs, and now he's trapped in the cellar by the orcs, and then we have 2 layers of his house. I only had enough warlock tiles for 1 layer of his house. I have that set up down here with the warlock tiles, and then this is the cellar. So he'll be trapped in here, but that's the actual room of the house, and I'll just have orcs throughout there. And I'll decorate it with some of this stuff if I'm able to, you know, if it's not going to take too much time to set it up. But that's the plan right now. Those are what I've prepared for. I'll improvise if I need to, but we'll see what they do, and I'll report back after we're all done. All right, catch you later. All right, we just got finished playing the Dragon of Icespire Peak adventure in the Gnomengarde quest. So, because I don't have the official map layout of the dungeon or cave system, I kind of just arranged it the way I needed it to conform to this map that I got. And it went off pretty well the way I kind of thought it might. They purchased some of the mushrooms over here from the people in the kitchen. They did not try the mushrooms, but they studied the mushrooms and found out one of the abilities of the mushrooms by studying it. And I got that from, let's see. This table here. I know it says wild magic effects, and it didn't really have to do with the mushrooms, but I just applied it anyways, and if they would have eaten the mushrooms, I just would have had one of these effects take place. So the one I told them about when they did the investigation was number 15 through 17, which is about the sprouting the wings like a butterfly. But they did not decide to eat the mushroom after they discovered that, because they knew it was only a chance that could happen, and that something else could happen if they took the mushrooms. They did not come over here to the spikes, but they did. They found the book over there after I hinted at it a little bit more. The crossbow contraptions fired at them after they discovered the mimic. The mimic was this one. The mimic actually brought 2 of them down to 0 health, and 2 of them had to do the death saves. And one of them succeeded, and the other one just came back to life after the combat was over. Took them a while to kill the mimic. Has a lot of hit points. I think it has 58 hit points in the adventure booklet. They eventually got to the crossbow areas after everything else. They killed the mimic. They told the king about it. The king was happy. The king gave them the magical items. As part of their quest, the quest, like the hook to get them over here, is a little vague. So they didn't really know what they were here to get. I kind of had to wing it a little bit, because if you see here, the Gnomengarde quest, so let's see, they might have something with which to defeat the dragon. Get whatever you can from them. So it's kind of vague of what they're supposed to be there for. But what I did is I said that these crossbow contraptions are what they can use to defeat the dragon. So I just had them get one from the gnomes, and they used the barrel crab. So I had this be the barrel crab, and they figured it out on their own to use the barrel crab to take the crossbow contraption with them to Phandalin. So that's where we ended it. We didn't get to the other quests that I had prepared, which is fine with me. I always try to over-prepare so that, I have stuff ready if they want to do something else. But luckily, this was enough. We started at just after 1 p.m. and now it's just after 4 p.m. So it's about 3 hours that we played. But yeah, so now they're on their way back to Phandalin using this. They're borrowing the crab forklift thing to bring the giant crossbow with them, and that'll be used against the dragon. And then their next the thing they want to do next after they go to Phandalin is to do the dwarven excavation quest. I had misremembered that. I thought they decided not to do that quest, but we haven't played in months, so really what happened was they said they would perform that quest, but they told the dwarves to go back to the town, and that they would do the quest on their own at some point. So they are going to do that quest after they bring the crossbow contraption back to Phandalin, and at some point I'm assuming they're going to bring this back to the gnomes, because they told the king they would. But overall, I think it went pretty well. It was more of a role play session with one major combat encounter. The crossbows did fire at them and hit them the first time. The book says to just keep shooting at the characters until they run out of crossbows, but I just thought one time was enough. But yeah, other than that, that's how it went. Hope this helps for anyone who's planning this quest out. I know I was a little bit intimidated by it because there was a lot of role play and a lot of little mini encounters, but nothing really combat oriented till we got here to the mimic. But overall, I think it went pretty well. You just got to be comfortable role playing the gnomes, which is pretty fun after you get used to it. All right, that's it.